Good morning. Good morning, folks. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Today is July 30, 2025. Wednesday, nonetheless. So, Wednesday is my favorite day of the week. Can I just say that? Because it's Wednesday. I love Wednesdays, okay? I just like Wednesdays. Because it's the middle of the road, right? We're about to turn to let us know that it's coming to an end. I mean, every day. I love every day as long as I'm alive and above the earth on this side of the world. You always give thanks, right? So my higher being spoke to me this morning and told me that I needed to start this morning, this morning's conversation. First of all, welcome to a glimpse of growth, you guys. I'm just like all rude and everything. I said good morning, but I didn't say welcome to a glimpse of growth. Welcome to a glimpse of growth with Dr. Dale. I hope that you guys are blessed, how you guys are feeling. I hope that you guys are feeling well on this second to last day of the year. The year is second to last day of the month. I mean, I don't know why I said the year. Something to think about. So, today's conversation is the rise of human intelligence. And I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence and I'm talking about emotional intelligence. And so here's the conversation that I wanted to, the verse, right, from the good book that I wanted to start with, because that's what my higher being told me that I needed to do, you guys. So I got to listen. I'm starting to listen to my intuition and to my highest self. So that's what I'm starting with this morning. So the word that I read this morning was, what did it say? Love covers a multitude of sins. And that's somewhere in the book of James, not James, Peter. Somewhere in Peter. Oh, hi, Stephen. Absolutely. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Stephen. Thank you so much for joining. Where are you joining from? Where are you guys joining from? Where are you guys joining from here on TikTok? Where are you guys joining from? I would love to know. So today's conversation. So that's I wanted to start with that quote. I don't know why somebody needed to hear that. Maybe love covers a multitude of sins. Yeah, love covers a multitude of sins. If you guys see me looking down, it's because TikTok is down here, and then you guys are up here. Oh my goodness! See, I forgot to get my tea, so now I'm only stuck with my water. You guys. So today's conversation is going to, the most of it is coming from this article, from this organization that I'm a part of. It's called Mind Valley. Do you guys know about Mind Valley? If you don't know, you guys need to get in the know. You need to get in the know. So Mind Valley is the world's most powerful life transformation platform with a global community of change makers. They seem to be on the cutting edge of what's going on, of what's all things human intelligence, you guys. All things human intelligence, from AI all the way to psychology to spiritual, to all the things. So you guys need to get in the know. And the CEO of Mind Valley is Vishen Lakiani. And this week they had should I say last weekend, they had a whole training on artificial intelligence. They do it every year, and they do like a 3-day thing, like all day 3-day thing. And it's always very like mind blowing. And uh and I wanted to share some of that and how it kind of coincides with emotional intelligence, right? And what does that look like? So just things, you guys used to see that there used to be a series or a TV show called Things That Make You Go Think, or Things That Make You Go, that kind of tells you how old I am or how young I am. Yeah. So there is a so this is what that is, right? So just things to kind of make you think and to kind of let you see what's going on out there, and to let you, to even though you're like wherever it is that you are, you think that the world is small. The world is so big and so small all at the same time. So Vision said, AI isn't here to replace you. It is here to reveal you, right? That quote says so much. In today's conversation, that's what we're going to talk about. We're diving into the bold intersection of artificial intelligence and emotional intelligence. You guys know my cup of tea is emotional intelligence, but kind of like looking at it from both perspectives. I do this conversation every year. Last year, I did a whole 3-part series on AI, artificial intelligence, and emotional intelligence, and that was a 3-part series. I did that last year. If you guys want to see that, that's on my YouTube. And this year I decided to do it again, and this may be a one-time conversation this thus far, but I may come back and do another part. But yeah, this is where we are today. So here we are. Here's this quote, right? This quote is by Tim Urban. If you guys don't know about Tim Urban, he did a whole TEDx as well. And the article that I'm talking about from Mind Valley started with this quote, and I wanted to share that with you guys because at the end of the day, it's kind of like the heart of the conversation today. So here we go. Tim Urban, who's definitely, you know, the thinker, said the better we could communicate on a mass scale, the more our species began to function like a single organism. With humanity's collective knowledge tower as its brain, and each individual human brain like a nerve or a muscle fiber in its body, with the era of mass communication upon us, the collective human organism, the human colossus, rose into existence. If most of that went over your head, I'm with you. If most of that went over your head, I am there with you. Okay? So imagine this. One unified being made of billions of connected human minds, kind of accessing every known book, every podcast, every article, every story, all of it. AI isn't just some alien intelligence, you guys. And this article says it's us. Collectively connected, human, pattern, aware, evolving faster than ever before. So it's the grand sum of all, you name it, of the artists that we have, the scientists that we have, the ancestors, our heritage, our healers, our psychologists. We're not just outsourcing our intelligence, we're expanding it. And we're doing it together. Things that make you go, I know. So here's, you know, a little bit of EQ, emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence, at the heart of EQ, there is self-awareness. Self-awareness in the age of AI says it is the cornerstone of leadership. AI mirrors us. It brings our thinking, our assumptions, our biases into light. It's so real. The real question is, do you know who you are when you're not performing? When you are not pretending to be something else, when you're not putting on a show for everybody else, do you know who you are? If AI automates your task, if AI is automating your job, what's left? I'll tell you what's left. That's where your leadership begins. That's where you no longer have to worry about the small things, the administrative things, the the stuff that you do on repeat. Now you actually have to do some real work. I don't know. I'm just saying, you guys. I'm just saying. Right? So in an uncertain, fast-moving world, emotional intelligence helps us to kind of, respond, not react, right? And AI can predict, but it can't feel. And that's where our leadership begins. That's our superpower. AI can predict what's going to happen, but it cannot feel. Only humans can feel. Only you can feel, my friend. Only we can feel. Emotional agility is what helps you to navigate the ambiguity, not panic. AI can calculate, but it can't care. And workplaces need more than just code. It needs care. Your workplace needs care. Your home needs care. You need care. We need care, right? So the high EQ leaders adapt emotionally and strategically. The human colossus that Tim talked about isn't just smarter, it's more connected. Your ability to build trust, communicate with clarity, lead with empathy, that's the new currency, my friend. That's our new currency of influence, right? AI reveals that there are some gaps, you guys. We got gaps that we haven't healed. And AI, I think it's a perfect example to kind of show, it's kind of showing us those things. It's going to show us those things more and more as we get into this. So the question is, are you hiding? Another question for you. Are you hiding behind all of the busyness and worrying about what AI is going to do or what it can do? Are you hiding behind, performance? Emotional intelligence asks us to confront what we are avoiding. AI won't judge your fears. No. But it might just free up enough time for you to finally face them. I'm just saying. It may free up some time. I'm trying to look, so I'm kind of like letting you guys look at this from another way, because some people are fearful of AI. Some people are leaning into it. Whether you're fearful of it or not, it's coming. It's here. It's a here. So we need to sit down in that chair and get really comfortable with it. While AI automates systems, emotional intelligence activates people. When leaders grow emotionally, organizations thrive exponentially. So here's where it gets a little bit how some people may I think so, I was asking and some people were asking, and I'm kind of like this again. This conversation is, a lot of it is from the Mind Valley article that this organization that I'm a part of, Mind Valley. You guys can go look it up. You guys can become members as well. And here's where it kind of gets wild, because if you've been wondering, How smart is AI? Hmm? How smart is AI? So recently, researchers fed an AI model thousands of images of eyeballs. See if you guys can follow this with me for a little bit. The AI could predict with over 80% accuracy whether the eyeballs belong to a male or a female. Are you guys tracking this? You guys with me? Humans had no idea there were visual differences between male and female eyes, but an AI model found a pattern. So the researching group trained a deep neural model to scan 20,000 fundus retinal photos, right? Of the inner eye. That's they gave it photos of all of the inner side of your eye, including the blood vessels, where the retina is, all of it. And after processing, AI recorded 97% accuracy in predicting gender with near perfect values for both recall and precision. It spotted the patterns invisible to the naked eye. You guys track. So if we think about that, right? Remember, I'm just talking about things that make you go, and I'm kind of looking at it from my expertise, which is emotional intelligence, right? And we're talking about human intelligence. And human intelligence, artificial intelligence, emotional intelligence, it seems like it's going like this, right? It's like intersecting, right? So what does that look like? I'm just talking about what it looks like. So if the AI can do that with retinas, what do you think it can do with MRIs? What do you think it can do with cancer detection? What do you think it can do when it comes to genetics, conditions? This is where AI becomes a little life changing. It won't just improve healthcare. It looks like it's going to improve or extend human life. I'm just putting this is, again, this article by Mind Valley. They always at the cutting edge of what's going on. And it just makes you think. So if that AI model can do that, what would that do for all of the conditions that we have as human beings? And since it's kind of doubling in power every 3.3 months, this means it's going to get better and better and better at a faster and cheaper rate. You guys will have to agree, you guys. Just go do your research. Our minds cannot grasp how exponential. So let's talk about how fast this is going, right? This is happening. Let's talk about how fast this is happening. So there was this question, right? And I'm sure if some of you guys have heard this before. So the question is, would you rather, and you guys can put it in the, I know there are folks that want to come up. I kind of never really done. I'm here on TikTok, you guys. So I kind of never, I have to think about how that's going to look. Okay, you guys, I have to think about how that's going to look and having a guest come up on TikTok as I talk. So give me a minute or two until I figure that out. Maybe the next live or something. So here's the question, right? And this question has been going over the internet for years. And the question is, would you rather have $1 million today or $1 that doubles every day for 21 days? Let me know what you guys, what would you rather have? Let me know in the chat. Would you rather have that $1 million today, or would you rather have $1 that doubles every day for 21 days? Yeah. Most people, when that question is asked, what do you think people say? People say they prefer the $1 million today. But here's the funky part. Most people would choose that $1 million today because that's short term, right? And you guys seen that research where they do with the kids and the marshmallows, where you get one marshmallow now, but if you wait, when I come back, like the kids, they told the kids, if you wait 2 hours, 3 hours, I'll give you two marshmallows. And most of the kids, they would choose to get the marshmallow now, and some kids would choose to get them two marshmallows later, right? So that's delayed gratification, right? And there's the science behind that and the rationale, and they follow those kids throughout life, and the decisions that they made. Like, it's a whole thing. So most people chose to have that $1 million today, not wait. They don't want to wait. But here's what happens if you chose the second option, right? The Dale in the past chose the $1 million today. The Dale today would have chosen the $1 million, the $1 over time that doubles for 21 days. Because here's what happens: $1 today, $2 tomorrow, $3. $3? No. Third day, $4. Fifth day, doubles, remember? $8. By 20 to 20, and you don't see the difference. You don't see it until 2 weeks. Remember I said 21 days. Until you get close to the 20th day, you won't see it. By the 20th day, you know you got $1 million, right? And then the 21st day, you got $2 million. Go do the math. Go do the math. So that exponential growth, and that's how fast AI is evolving. So that's kind of like to kind of let you see that time is a ticking. AI is doubles every 3.3 months, every 3 months per se. It's getting faster, it's getting better, it's improving, and it's going like that right now, right? AI costs to perform AI, the ratio is doubling, and it's doubling at every 3 months. That means that in a year, 16 times better. That means that in 2 years, 200 and plus. And in 5 years, 5 years, that's right, 1,000,000 times better. So the time, look at how things are today. 5 years from now, exponential growth, because it's going to be 1,000,000 times better. So think about that. So the chat GPT that you have right now, or Claude, or whoever it is that you're using, in 5 years, it will be a million times better and cheaper. That's not evolution, people. That's transcendence. So I said all of that to kind of let you see that as technology advances, are you becoming more connected to your truth or more disconnected from yourself? Because it doesn't matter what AI does, it doesn't matter what you are doing, AI is going to impact your life in one way, shape, or form, whether you choose to use it or the people around you choose to use it. And when I say people, companies, right? That store that you go to every day, that place that restaurant you visit, your friends, your family members, the airline you travel on, they're all using AI. So get in the know and get connected to groups and or organizations like Mind Valley that can help you stay in the know and stay ahead, because it's best to know than to not know. And I talked about this on my podcast with my guests last week or week before, that it it doesn't pay to not know. You suffer the consequences of not knowing. You know, back in the day, you used to say, um, "What you don't know won't hurt you." That's a lie. That survey says that's a lie. What you what you don't know will hurt you, because everybody will be a step, two steps, three steps, five steps ahead of you when it comes to, I don't know what you're doing, as it relates to your job, as it relates to life, the things that you're using, technology, the place that you're ordering your food from, Uber, Grubhub. All of these places are using AI. So it's best that you get ahead of it as well, right? And then as you get the understanding of what AI is and what it's doing and how it's affecting your life, then the more, and the thing about it is that if you think about it, if you run your own business or you have a job where you can use AI, then it frees up some of your time, right? They say that AI is not going to replace you. Who's going to replace you is the people that use AI. The person next to you that's using AI, that's the person that's going to replace you. Pretty soon you're going to see job descriptions and positions out there where people are advertising, asking you to, do you know how to use AI or chat GPT or whatever? And what are you going to say? You won't apply, or you won't feel comfortable applying because you don't know. You don't know. And this is why I said in the beginning that AI will free up some of the time and the repetitive stuff that you have to do. And this give you a chance to kind of own your leadership, own your emotional intelligence in leaning into how you show up, right? So uh is that going to be a good thing, the fact that we're seeing like we're merging with AI in some crazy way? Time will tell. Time will tell. But what you can do is that you want to make sure that you are informed, right? And that's what I want you to take from this conversation. That as you use AI and as you lean into it, be informed, but as you lean into AI, lean in it, and it frees up some of your time. Also, that time that now that you don't have to take doing those repetitive tasks, lean into owning and being the best version of yourself, right? Being the best version of yourself in whatever way that looks like, right? And it starts with you. Because remember, I said earlier, AI doesn't care. AI is code. AI is not care. AI can't feel. That's humans. Humans can feel. AI can't feel, right? And the people that are using AI, the more and more people now, we're going to have to get very comfortable with our leadership and who we are. What's your leadership style? What is your emotional intelligence score look like? Right? And that starts with you knowing and understanding yourself, right? And being aware of the world that you are in, right? I don't know. I don't know what industry or what you're doing from a work perspective, but it is always best to know, right? Too much of anything, right? Too much of you got to strike a balance, right? Because you don't want to be um ignorant, right? You want to know, and then you want to apply what you know in a healthy way. So if you're ready to be that kind of leader, or of leader of AI and leader of EQ, and that could replace you, right? One the one who leads with clarity, courage, and emotional intelligence, that's the one that's gonna win, right? Because again, AI can't care. AI codes. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely DM me, and we can have that conversation. We can start that conversation, right? And to kind of help you being that best version and leader of all things you. So I wanted to come in here and kind of drop some of those gems from that article and this organization that I follow. And again, it's Mind Valley. And I'm going to end our conversation with that quote from Tim Urban. And it says, the better we communicate on a mass scale, the more our species began to function like a single organism, with humanity's collective knowledge tower as its brain, and each individual human brain like a nerve on a muscle fiber in its body. With the era of mass communication upon us, the collective human organism, the human colossus, rose into existence. Human colossus. AI and emotional intelligence merge. They merge. One unified being made of billions and billions of human minds connected, accessing every book, every article, every study, every story. AI isn't alien. AI is us. Thank you guys for joining A Glimpse of Growth today. That was our conversation. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your time, wherever it is that you joined from. And know that it's best to be in the know than to not. Because remember, we all want to be just a glimpse of growth every day. And that's why I'm here, to kind of make sure that you guys are making sure that you are doing yourself some service. Not this service, some service. Okay? And that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you guys back here next week. Next week, Wednesday. Follow my YouTube channel, you guys, Dr. Dale Reports. Follow this channel. And I'll be back here on TikTok and on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook and all the things next week, Wednesday, I think, if I don't have something else, or I probably think I have a guest next week. So either way, thank you guys. Later. What a great conversation.
Thank you for being here and supporting this channel. If you enjoyed this episode and this content, it would mean a lot to me if you would take a few seconds to ensure you are subscribed to A Glimpse of Growth with Dr. Dale. Click the notification bell to receive notification. Share it with someone you think may need it. And let's continue to become more intelligent with our emotions. Thank you. See you later.